What's up, everybody? You're back in here with the Pro Football Pod. You've got Hulk, you've got Coach, Austin. We're hanging out with you guys. Go ahead, hit that subscribe button down below. We're giving away jerseys out here with every 500 subscriber benchmark. We're about halfway there right now. Help us, help you. We got the Bengals for you guys today. Little offseason preview, little 7-round mock draft. Let's go ahead and just take a look, Bengals offseason. Big things that got done was the bag was thrown at Jamar Chase and T. Higgins. And by doing that, the rest of the team is kind of going to hurt because you limit yourself with who you can bring in. They were able to re-sign B.J. Hill. They kept Cody Ford, Joseph Asai, Mike Gesicki. Like I said, they re-signed T. Higgins. The big problem is, and I could be wrong on this, honestly. I probably should have known this. The whole stuff with Trey Hendrickson is still up in the air. Like, he has said the Bengals have not talked to him or his agent about any contract negotiations. So their defense is already hurting, and it might take the biggest hit it could. So just as a heads up, Bengals fans, that's probably where we're looking a lot in this draft, because you can't ask Joe and the boys to score 50 points a game.
I feel like the reality, though, is the guy's 30 years old. He can't afford to, sit out for a bunch of time. And he's not, one of the top 5 or top 10 at his position. He was ranked 10th last year. So, I don't feel like he's going to be able to sit out.
He led the league in sacks last year.
Yeah. He's not going to be able to sit out, though.
He's been, top 5 in sacks the last few years. Trey Hendrickson is a beast. Now,
I'm not saying he's not good. I'm just saying he can't afford to sit out more than just a training camp. And for veterans, they should be sitting out training camp anyways. I
could see them giving him some kind of deal, but trading him. That's what I could see. But let's go ahead and dive into it. Start that up, and let's see who's available for us at 17.
All
right. So we still got Kenneth Grant there. Went. Wow. Thank you, PFF, for not making him be here for us, because that's stupid.
Golden to the Cowboys. Don't like
Now, Kenneth Grant is here.
So is Walter Nolan.
I love Walter Nolan. It's nice to see him moving up the boards here a little bit, but to me, Kenneth Grant, when you're looking at, the grades and stuff, he has been more consistent. But I think as a overall player, if we're going defensive interior here, I think it would be Walter Nolan, to me, would have to be the pick.
Pull up Walter. Give me the size of them again.
Yeah, so Kenneth Grant's a little bit bigger. He's 339, 6'3". So he's a little bit bigger. Walter Nolan seems like he might be a little bit more athletic. And
Now, for his size, Kenneth Grant is crazy athletic.
Also, a little bit versatile. Kenneth Grant basically just plays B-gap, whereas Walter Nolan's kind of been all over. That's why I lean
Walter Nolan, is because he can give you work all up and down the D-line.
And they need so much defensive line help. Also, if you look, I know that Kenneth Grant had to play with Mason Graham, and it's not like he got to do everything himself. Mason Graham had a lot of hits, sacks, hurries, all those things. I think Walter Nolan, though, I really like that he's moved up so high on the board. I think that's my pick.
Rightfully so.
Yeah.
I think y'all are tripping.
Of course, the Michigan.
I think. I'm telling you, bro. Kenneth Grant is he should be a top 10.
He's a wrestler,
because you're
he's not the
severely
wrestler.
biased when it comes to Michigan guys.
Mason.
So
Graham
okay.
No, I'm with you. I love Kenneth Grant. If Walter Nolan wasn't here right now, that's who I would be going with, no hesitation.
Look at the versatility. Georgia,
the versatility that Walter Nolan gives you is what intrigues me most about him.
Yeah, we're gonna go Walter Nolan.
You're vetoed on that. 2 versus 1.
Don't worry. The comment section.
All right, now corner I think is something to look at here as well. I like. So we do have Benjamin Morrison. I also like safety,
and then we also have.
You just want to get his teammate.
Teammate.
I'm not mad at that.
Edge is a big need. Um,
Insurance for Hendrickson or a running mate for Hendrickson.
yeah, I mean,
Princely,
Joseph Asai was a third round pick 3 years ago, has kind of underwhelmed in almost every year. 2023, he was decent, but not really much to, besides Hendrickson, not really much in that pass rush.
okay,
Um,
so pull up Edge and
Siobhan is
because I want
there.
to see who's going to be there for us at the
I
next
was going to
pick.
say Siobhan is there too. Next pick is going to be 81. So around 81, we're looking Josiah Stewart, Kyle Kennard.
I like
There's
Josiah
definitely some
Stewart.
edges
Josiah.
there.
I like Josiah
Whereas Josiah
Stewart.
Stewart probably won't be there.
Corner
It's
will
a
fall
reach.
off hard. Like I like Dorian Strong, but that would be a reach there at 81.
Jacob Parrish is kind of our
Yeah.
best,
See, I think we
and
go
Kobe Bryant.
Revel. I think we go Revel here and then come back around with Josiah Stewart.
So looking at him versus Benjamin Morrison, Benjamin's six.
They both have injury concerns.
Yeah.
So the reason I lean Revel is because he's a freak athlete.
Okay.
Like for the same reasons I liked Quinyon Mitchell so much last year is the same reasons I like Revel this year.
All right. So going back to edge, maybe start looking at tight end and running back as well, and then offensive interior.
Interior, yep.
So Tate Ratledge would be a phenomenal pick here.
Tate Ratledge would be a great pick right here.
Yeah.
Because Cody Ford just isn't getting it done. And I mean, Cordell Volson has been serviceable, but fourth round pick 3 years ago.
And then we'll probably be able to get Savion Jones at 119. He may go a little bit earlier, but they generally have been picking around ADP, not quite as much on the rank. And
Baron Sorrell.
Yeah.
Sorrell.
Don't love him as much.
Who they?
Yo, Tyler Batty, though.
Tyler Batty.
6'5", 275, really athletic edge. Also pretty versatile. Plays mostly outside tackle, but kind of been a little bit everywhere. Yeah, I think Tate Ratledge.
Yeah. I think that's got to be the pick. Like, you got to be able to at least give Joe some time.
Yeah, and I mean, Cody Ford is 28 years old and has never been serviceable. He's never been ranked higher than the 64th best guard in football. Like that was his best year ever, and it was his second year. Last year he was 72nd out of 81. Like he's garbage. He should be a career backup at this point. Tate Ratledge is going to be able to potentially come in and push him at right guard, and that's his position.
Y'all boys ain't feeling Jared Wilson, Georgia boy.
I do love Jared Wilson, especially because Ted Karras is 9 years in the league, but Ted Karras has had a pretty okay season. A lot.
Ted Karras has been really solid, and it's hard to replace good centers in the league.
Hey, I'm sorry, but the pick here is going to be Mason Taylor.
I love Mason Taylor. He won't be there when we pick again, and I think that he's
the LSU connection.
Yeah. The big thing is that Gesicki finally had a great season last year, and honestly, like, is pass catching options really an issue when you talk about Joe Burrow? If we were talking about like a rookie or like a first or second year quarterback, but Joe Burrow's been paid the big bucks because he can get the ball out there, and he has two guys to get that to. Chase Brown is going to have a lot of issues.
Not to mention
if there's
they drafted
no
Eric All last year as well.
True. So my thing, I love Mason Taylor. That's why I pulled up tight end, was to see if he was still there, and he is. But I feel like we have to go Tate.
Yep. Got to build that O-line a little bit.
Tough one.
Terrence Ferguson went one pick before as well.
All right, so we got 3 picks left here. I feel like we still need safety, edge.
RJ Mickens is still here too. He falls to us quite a bit.
Tight end.
And then
I don't think tight end's really that much of a need.
I just think there's so many tight ends that like grabbing one for them in this draft.
Can't
There's
hurt.
somebody that I'm really, really high on, like Mitchell Evans at 147. If
See,
he's
the
there
way
at
I
our
look
next
at the
pick, I would love
Bengals
that.
is between with Mike Gesicki, Tanner Hudson, Drew Sample. They drafted Eric All last year. They also have Tanner McLaughlin. Like, all of those tight ends looked serviceable because of Joe Burrow. Like,
Yeah.
Joe Burrow used, I know he used Drew Sample and Tanner Hudson a good bit.
He doesn't
So
have.
that's why I don't see tight end being a need, because even if Gesicki goes down, they still have 3 other dudes behind him that can pick up the slack.
I just feel
He
like
doesn't
Harold
have.
Fanning
Do they
Jr.
have? Do they have Randy Moss's son still?
Thaddeus, he was on the practice squad, I think. I'm not sure if he's still there or not.
Yeah, but like someone like Harold Fanning Jr., if he was still there, I might look at this point, just because I think that that's such a huge playmaker for them that he could utilize that type of a talent. I think Savion Jones is definitely the pick,
Look
or
down a
R.J.
little bit.
Mickens.
Yeah, I like Jonas Sanker from Virginia as well. Tyler Batty, solid.
Batty he'll be gone. He'll be gone by the next one.
Yeah.
On the next one, if we're looking at this, we're going to be looking at like
Khalil
Jordan
Mullins.
Hancock.
Not mad at that. Keep him in the state in Ohio.
Yeah. Ahmad Hassan, likely he's going to be gone. Yeah, we're going to be looking down here.
Powell Ryland, Antoine Powell Ryland from Virginia Tech. He's not a bad late round guy to look at. You know, we like Craig Woodson.
Mm-hmm. I think that maybe we go Savion here and then go Craig Woodson. Show the people what they're getting. You're getting a super versatile, kind of the ideal size for safety. And I mean, the run defense grade for me and the coverage grade being so high means he's versatile to go on either side. You want him free safety, you want him strong safety, you want to put him in the box, you want to put him down back deep. He's going to kind of do whatever you need to do. So I think that's my ideal. Savion Jones should be gone. Like, in reality, this guy's a freaking monster at 6'6", 280. Super, like, athletic, really relentless. Definitely loves playing outside the tackle. And he only had 5 sacks last year, but 32 hurries is ridiculous.
Like, yeah, he's always in the backfield.
He's getting there every time. He's also been available every game of his career, which is so huge.
I like that.
What are you thinking, Austin?
I like that a lot. Savion Jones, and then hopefully Craig's there for us.
I think he will be.
Stud athletes.
Yeah.
Who they?
Oh wow, Mickens is still here too.
R.J. Mickens is still there.
Mickens does make it, and Hancock being there.
Yeah. So Mickens,
with Mickens still being there, I think Mickens has got to be the pick.
Yeah. Malachi Moore is someone that we've been a little bit high on as well. But yeah, Mickens, super available, kind of versatile, plays box, plays deep. He's got the speed, he's got the size. A little bit less on the run defense grade. He's probably going to be more of a free safety. But honestly, that's what they need. Jordan Battier had a good rookie season. Geno Stone is kind of the one that's just like been falling off in the past couple of years. And if anything, this might help in just like their nickel as well. A guy like R.J. Mickens could end up being like their nickel corner because DJ Ivy had a pretty bad 2024.
Yeah, they just need help overall at DB. So just get the best DBs you can in there.
Was Craig still there? Did we pick him over Craig?
Yeah, that was one
Craig's
like
still there.
With Mickens being there. All right, so pull up our draft picks so far.
So we went defensive interior, corner, guard, edge, and then safety.
Got to go like.
I mean, with Ty Robinson still being there,
I was gonna say,
I'm not mad at doubling up.
Now
I know we wanted to look at backup running back.
Taj Brooks is there.
6 picks, you've got to be really selective about guys that you can insert
right there.
and give you something almost immediately.
It's gonna be Ollie Gordon for me, boys.
Yeah, I know you're pretty high on Ali. I just feel like it's not a
He
huge
didn't
need for them.
he didn't give it all
If
last
they
year,
had
but
2
he
more
was
draft picks, I
he
would take a
was
running back.
supposed to be like the number one running back coming into the season, pretty much. So like to see him this late is absurd.
Whenever
Like,
I
he
saw,
runs the ball like Kamaro, like that
He's
type
got a
of
lot of wear
vision.
and tear on his body. I think
I feel that.
that's what's driving teams away.
yeah, that's 285 attempts in 2023.
Yeah, he was all of their offense in 2023.
Yeah, I mean 1,700 yards is sick with 21
Man,
touchdowns.
the man can run the rock.
But then he went from
Yeah.
6.1 to 4.5 the following season. I'm sure that they lost some offensive
Which I've
linemen.
heard some things about, him mentally taking a step back to kind of try to save his body, knowing how much work he put into 2023. But to me, it's one of those things. Like I said, if they had a couple more picks, I'd be okay with a running back. I just think they have too many other needs.
Yeah, I think Dylan Fairchild would be interesting, picking up a nice left guard.
We did take
yeah,
Ratledge,
Tate.
so
Yeah.
you take his running mate in Fairchild.
and now you've
I
got the
like
Georgia.
Fairchild or Ty Robinson. Like, I'm good with either one of those.
I think Ty Robinson is a better. He's going to be able to contribute a lot sooner. Not that he's necessarily going to take BJ Hill's spot. BJ Hill's 29.9 though. Dude's 30 years old. So he's going to be gone soon. Having Walter
You're
Nolan
building
and Ty
depth.
Robinson, yeah. Now you've got a
And-
young defensive interior.
And you're giving yourself a turnstile there to where you can keep your guys fresh, and you're getting between him and Walter Nolan, you can plug him in anywhere on that defensive line.
Yeah, exactly. Both of them are super versatile. They both
Pretty
definitely
nasty,
play in like the spot that they play in, which is the B gap. But I think that that's where we're going to want both of them. I'd rather TJ Slayton take 0 reps this year and Walter Nolan and Ty Robinson take everything.
Agreed.
So,
yeah.
let's do
I
it.
think bookend it right there.
Not the most exciting picks, but it's a lot of nice depth pieces.
Their defense
it's the
has
same
been
thing
so
we
bad.
did with the Dolphins draft. You got to be adults about this. And with
Mhm.
minimal picks, you've got to make sure you're getting dudes that can help your team. PFF likes it.
Yeah.
We got an A.
Yeah.
One of our,
That
I
was
think,
solid.
3rd or 4th A of
And
all
these
of
two
these mock
defensive
drafts so
interiors,
far.
they gave us A+ for. Tate Radledge, they love. Savion Jones, they love. Building up the trenches. This is a team that has a lot of skill position players on offense. They're going to be able to put up points. If you can stop the run game and get some pass rush going, the Bengals could potentially win their division. Like they're not in a weak division by any means, but they have the offensive pieces.
They obviously have no problem scoring.
Yeah.
You've got to keep your quarterback healthy, and you've got to stop the other team from scoring so damn much. So, like, with the minimal picks we have, we did exactly what I wanted to. We shored up the defensive line. We helped out the DB core. We gave Joe Burrow a little bit of protection. Straight defense outside of Tate Ratledge.
They didn't have a pick that they thought we should have gone somewhere else.
That's
either.
the first time that's happened this offseason so far.
Literally.
They have no corrections for us. So, hey, guys, you're inevitably going to hate one of or all of these picks. If you do, throw it in the comments. I ask that you come with reasoning behind it. If you say it's a stupid pick, say why. You see the board, tell us who we should have taken instead. Regardless, we appreciate you guys. Thanks for hanging out today. Smash that button down below that says subscribe. TulsiRoseTea.com is the sponsor. Peace out.